Hello YouTube, this is Tyson from TV Enthusiast with a breakdown of the new Season 7 trailer for Game of Thrones. The trailer begins with Cersei talking about being surrounded by enemies. She says she has enemies to the east, being Daenerys' forces, enemies to the west, being the Greyjoys, enemies to the south, being the City of Dorne, and enemies to the north, being the Starks, with Arya featured. Between these shots, we have cuts of the stone map of Westeros at Dragonstone. We then see Cersei's own painted map on the floor of Castle Rock, the yet unshown Lannister home. We see a determined Cersei proclaiming that she will defeat all of her enemies. We then see Lannister forces in full armor, a changed throne room in King's Landing with the 7-point star of the faith replaced with a Lannister sigil, Jaime looking like he is frightened of where he has landed with his sister's madness, and Queen Cersei proclaiming the two are the last Lannisters that matter. Next, we see the Lannister who apparently doesn't matter, Tyrion, walking up to the edge of a cliff. We see him walking from behind and showing his nerves from the front before a dragon flies up before him. Next up, Daenerys and her troops arrive at Dragonstone. Daenerys says she was born to rule this land. She touches the soil and shows some emotion about her return. Finally, she is home and sits the Dragonstone throne. The next three shots show Daenerys' Unsullied attacking Castle Rock, where we know Cersei and Jaime will be at some point in the season from earlier shots in the trailer. By the way, in this previous shot, we can see that Jaime is wearing Widow's Wail, the smaller Valyrian steel sword made by Tywin by melting down House Stark's sword, Ice. The sword was named by Joffrey at his wedding. A cool use of blending the sound of the trailer into the music as we cut to Jon Snow, the King in the North. We see Jon sitting before the Northern Lords in Winterfell's Great Hall. Then we see Littlefinger apparently whispering doubts about Jon into Sansa's ear. The next two shots are disconnected as we see the Northern Gate at Castle Black opening, followed by Theon surrounded by flecks of fire seemingly aboard a ship that might be burning. Next we see Melisandre at what appears to be Dragonstone watching some men approach on the long bridge. Then is a shot of what seems to be wildlings north of the wall running for their lives, followed by two shots of Arya camping in the snow. We have no idea exactly where she is, except the north. Back to what might be the group of wildlings we just left, we see a group of men in a circle with their backs to each other, apparently surrounded. Davos begins narrating about the greater threat and the need to unify as we see Littlefinger creeping in the shadows. Two shots of Dothraki riders at war, and a battle on board a ship. Davos finishes as he enters the frame, saying it won't matter whose skeleton sits the Iron Throne. Next we see Daenerys and Tyrion plotting strategy on the stone map in Dragonstone. Cersei's loyal Frankenmountain with a new crest on his breastplate. Another shot of sea warfare as a group passes from one ship to another across a plank. And then two shots of Jon throwing Littlefinger against a wall inside the crypt in Winterfell, right next to the statue of his mother Lyanna. Three more shots show the attack on Castle Rock by the Unsullied. Then we see Arya peeking under a door and another shot of a hand reaching out through an opening in a door. The hand is badly infected with grayscale and seems to be that of Jorah. The two shots are back to back, but we do not know if this means Arya is going to meet Jorah, though that is implied. More Dothraki riders, Jon, Tormund, and wildlings seemingly running for their lives, Grey Worm and Missandei hooking up, Yar Greyjoy and Illyria Sand hooking up, Daenerys knocking over a lion piece on her stone map, and two people diving into water as fire blows past them above the surface, seemingly from the sea battle we've seen in previous shots. The trailer ends with the money shot, a dragon flying over Daenerys' advancing army. That's it. All of those stills can be found on the TV Enthusiast website in the container story for this video. We will be discussing the trailer as well as the latest episodes of American Gods and Twin Peaks during our podcast, which will be available on Friday. Stay tuned to TV Enthusiast for more coverage of Game of Thrones and all of your favorite shows. So until next time, Valor Morghulis.